Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. In the last episode, we started off the fourth case of the game, which is actually a flashback case. We are playing as Mia Fey in her first trial. And according to Phoenix looking through the files, it was quite an interesting one where our defendant, our client, had actually already been on death row in prison and he had escaped. And then they said he murdered someone and who she was actually a police sergeant or whatever. So, yeah, that's not looking too good. So it's weird for someone who's already on death row to escape and then kill someone? Kind of strange. But yeah, we have a young Edgeworth going up against us, and we have a weird Canadian judge. And then we have Gumshoe, young Gumshoe, who was flirting with Mia. So it's really interesting, this case. I really like it a lot, and I'm excited, and I hope you guys like it too. So let's continue on with the testimony.
On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls.
Without backup, huh?
And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his trunk and
Excuse me, got a burp.
and tried to make a getaway.
Which is the stupidest thing ever.
Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain.
Wait, why did you set up a checkpoint? Well, I guess we'll find out during this testimony, right? I mean, when we press. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with a cross-examination? Excuse you, do not rush me, sir. What I do is an art that you cannot comprehend with your small little pea brain. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Coming right up. Hey. Settle down there, Kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right. Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. Ha! You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, Kitten. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all night last night watching. Girl, I thought you went to school for this, so I don't know, maybe it just made you feel better watching the videos, or did you need a refresher, or what? She watched Law & Order. Alright. Ooh, interesting to see her and Edgeworth there. Cool. Alright. Let's see. There's so many things I gotta press here, because it's like, an unknown person, huh? Hold it! They have her voice so high-pitched, but it doesn't match my headcanon voice for her. I always saw her as more of a mature voice person, so that's why I always do her voice like really, like more deeper, like almost to my natural voice. I don't know, I just don't see her as hold it! You know? It just doesn't match her. This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I do.
What?
The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls.
What? The defendant? The defendant called her?
Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls.
A note?
Yeah, a top secret memo that she left on her desk.
How is that top secret if she just left it out in the open on her desk, dude? Okay. And why did you say unknown person if you knew who the person was? He's terrible at giving testimony. All these years later, he's still awful. But, I mean, this was when he was a beginner still. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls. Ugh. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? Huh. Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's that detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person.
Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to.
Dang it. Edgeworth, you're already up to your tricks. Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. I think he understood that. Alright, Sergeant Hawthorne went to the bridge. Let's just press. A bridge up there in the mountains, but why meet there?
Because it is a very important place to the defendant, that's why.
What do you mean by that? If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge.
The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls.
Huh. Returning to the scene of a crime. How nostalgic. And that's where she was brutally murdered. Was the body of the victim discovered right away?
Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, "Don't move! We've got you surrounded."
Gumshoe. Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that? Yes, there is. The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? Huh. If that's what had happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. Yeah, she would have had backup.
She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I had noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive.
I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. Suspicious. Alright, this is the dumb part. Let's see. Mr. Falls had a car then?
Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right?
What? You mean the defendant drove his own car?
No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light.
Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. Dude, you're not sure about any- See? Me, I was reading my mind. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything?
This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there.
Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. Well, she's dead, so she doesn't get to complain. The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct?
Yeah.
Huh. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. Dude, that has nothing to do with this case, and, she's a woman. We're talking about a woman here.
You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back, nice and firm.
The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information.
Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car?
Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway,
Yeah. You sure about that?
Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain.
I want to hear more. That certainly is some impressive police work.
Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Falls might just try to run.
What do you mean it was too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. and it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kinda close. Any later and Mr. Falls could have slipped right by.
Listen up, Kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony.
A trap?
Walk into it carelessly, and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh?
No, it's not.
Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards.
The ever-famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. Don't worry, girl. I got you. Alright. So that was the end of the testimony. Let's go back to the new part, which is this. You don't see anything strange. You sure about that? What did the defendant have to say about this photo?
What he always says, ma'am.
I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing.
That's all he says.
Nothing? I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car.
It's just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says,
Sorry. I told a little lie.
That's so cute and weird.
or something like that.
Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested.
Precisely. Oh, thought something else would come out of that. Okay. So let's see. You don't see anything strange. Are you sure about that? Hold on. What we got? Escape bridge map. Victim's note. Let's take a look. Okay. 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Dahlia. Where have we heard that name before? Okay, wear white scarf, huh? But, dude. Where be that scarf? Witness! Whoa. Mia?
What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye?
I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that.
You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy?
Sorry. Why do you sound like a creepy old man trying to lure a child?
Hey kids, want some candy?
No. Armando, please. Diego. Candy?
Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee.
Ugh. Come on, Mia. Shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective.
Yes, ma'am.
This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
the note?
It very clearly says wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, this special request.
Ah,
I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo.
well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am.
And you stopped there? You should have looked for it.
Ah!
Come shoot, please.
The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this?
Uh-oh. He seems too calm.
I see the defense is a little lacking.
The scarf you are searching so desperately for? Is it this one, perchance? Wait, what? Ah!
Where did you find that, sir?
On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. Dude, you're supposed to help, work with the cops here. Don't keep them in the dark. Ugh, typical. Typical Von Karma Edgeworth.
Why? Why didn't you tell me?
I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know.
Huh. That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic.
It's not exactly white as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for.
It looks like it spent some time in the mud.
Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth, he was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. 'Cause he's a douche. Don't worry, he'll grow out of it. Thanks to Phoenix.
The court will accept the scarf into evidence.
Alright. It's not white, but yeah.
Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Fay?
Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck.
Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business,
the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there.
That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it.
All about a boot. I should have said a boot. All about it. Everything is moving at his whim.
Don't forget, Kitten. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius.
A genius, huh? Events on Dusky Bridge.
Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place.
What the frick? If you're out in the middle of the frickin' mountain, why on earth is there a witness? I'm sorry. That's just crazy.
This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows her wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off.
Wait, what? Why are you adding stuff that doesn't make sense, Gumshoe? Come on.
Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up.
It is about a 40-feet drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below.
Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway?
Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party.
A potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Mm-hmm.
Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify.
The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel her to testify.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I know how I feel about that. Alright, got the photo. So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge.
The truth is becoming clear to me now. Zavari!
Oh my god, stop. Stop. Your nose is growing, Your Honor. Huh?
Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty.
Not again! That's not fair! I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean,
Stupid judge. You're nowhere near as good as our usual judge.
Alright. Let's see. I think it's pretty obvious the contradiction here, right? Photo was accidentally taken, but the witness shows her wearing the scarf. It's drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back, but, bruh. Is that part of the witness's testimony as well?
Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach.
I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal.
Wait, brutal instead of brutal? Wow. Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. Well, I think so, Mia.
Huh? Save your nasty look for the right person.
Huh?
Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself.
Whoa, what? What is this? Oh my gosh. Diego, please. Why would you say that the court record is peeing on itself? Why? Why? What the frick? What the frick? I don't remember this at all. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. The court record, huh? Yes, the court record. Okay. So, how on earth could he have pushed her from behind? Look at their positioning. That doesn't make any freaking sense. I don't know if that's what I need to present or... Wait, the other thing would be... Oh wait, no, it's not here, right? No. The actual photo itself should be enough, I think. Nope. Dang it. I thought that should have been enough. Your Honor, what do you think of the witness's statement?
I don't think anything of it. How about you?
I guess I don't think anything of it either.
Then we don't have a problem, but we do have a penalty.
Damn.
There wasn't a problem. Couldn't you just let it slide? Okay, hold on. Ugh, duh, I'm so stupid. Stabbed her in the back. I guess we're gonna say that because look at her coat, it's not dirty in the front. So I guess we'll do that. There we go. They did, yeah. It was either or. The fact that the positioning they were in, or the fact that her coat was not dirty. So, alright. So, at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct?
Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere.
Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with a soggy atmosphere.
But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk.
Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Edgeworth, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the conditions that day?
It would be her front. Take that!
She sounds so cute, but it's so weird.
Naturally, the answer is right here.
The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there is nothing strange about it. A boot.
I'm sorry. I'm American. I keep forgetting they say a boot. That's exactly what's strange. Remember the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky Bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud.
Ah!
That's exactly right. The other day I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled.
Even when you were young, you had that sexy voice. Love it.
I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, his glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet, but not muddy.
Don't you, He's appealing to the judge. That's freaking ridiculous.
Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day?
Can we, guys? Can we? I think Edgeworth himself is pretty much screwing himself right here because he gave us the evidence earlier. But anyway, we will be doing that in the next episode. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this, and until next time, have a nice day. Bye!